The video shows cops arresting a man, so the question arises, what has the man committed? Stay tuned to the video till the end to find out what's going on.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
Deputy Troy with the Sheriff's Office. The reason
Okay.
I'm stopping you is your plate's obstructed.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing's got, you got to take it off, okay?
Okay.
Because it got to be visible within a certain distance. Now, when you went to driving school and a cop pulls you over, what they tell you?
Oh, you pull over when it's safe to do.
No, you pull over immediately.
The officer stops the man and warns him that the reason he was stopping him is that whatever the thing he has to take it off. It has to be seen from a particular distance now. When you go to a driving school and a cop pulls you over, you're told to pull over when it's safe to do so. I'm not sure what you're doing inside this car, if you know what I mean. Safety comes first, therefore pull over immediately if for any reason I believe it is unsafe.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you keep rolling, it makes it go to from like just a routine deal to
Yeah, I
like.
just didn't want to stop right there in the road where there's nowhere to pull over.
Yeah, well, I initially turned on right when you were in front of that little
I could've
store.
wanted to get sure, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean?
But you was like way back there. I thought I didn't know if you're running your sirens for me or for.
Well, and then even then, when you see sirens going, what are you supposed to do? Still keep going or pull over so the cop can go past
Yeah,
you?
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The officer further explains to the man his driving lesson and what got him suspicious.
Former NDOC, and I used to work security at Harris.
Oh, okay.
I'm a contractor.
After the officer finished his incorrect driving lesson, he started asking questions to the man that could incriminate him. So, let's see further what he did.
My partner called me. I'm a contractor with Southwest Gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go over there and get him logged into his computer.
Okay.
So I was kind of in a rush.
Hey, you live where?
Here in Carson City.
Where at?
Imperial. 3330.
I haven't stopped you before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to, because you said, but I can't. In my mind,
The man then gives him the answer to all of his questions. The officer asks him where he lives and has he stopped him before. The officer further asks him if he has any guns in the car. The cop then checks out the car to see if he's telling the truth.
28. I copy. X-ray 5. The 28 is going to be 8 Victor Union Tom 670 California. So you just got the car, right?
In November.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you gave me this, that's why.
Sure. Yeah. It's whatever's.
The man continues, as I said, you know what, when you're this far behind though, to me it was like, all right, is this man pulling me over or what's going on? Yeah, once I'm on there and I don't have anywhere to pull over, you know what I mean? I didn't want to just pull over and stop clogging up traffic at that point.
Like, all right, is this guy pulling me over or what's going on?
Yeah.
So once I'm on there and I ain't got nowhere to pull over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't want to just pull over and stop and hold up traffic like that. So.
And at that point, we'll make that call. If there's too much traffic, we'll make that call for you.
The officer informs the man that he's passing information on to his partner so he can run and check on the man. The officer goes to the other side of the car and tells the man to lower the glass. The cop realized that this man couldn't shut up and was willing to answer additional questions. He became determined to discover something damning to utilize in order to arrest the man. Fortunately for this cop, he finally obtained what he desired. So, what did this man reveal? Let's find out.
What do you got right there up front?
That's a siren. I do contract. Here.
You contract?
So some of the work I do requires to have a siren.
A siren?
This used to be a text.
Yeah.
Some of the I contracted.
The officer then asks him, what do you have right there in front of you? The man responds, I got some contract strip to have sirens. The officer asks him further to turn it on. The cop returns and says, I'm going to take you out like this just to check. And, okay, we'll push that one for you. Put that down for now. So you're not in law enforcement, are you? You're a cop now, but you work security, right?
So I'm going to put these on for now, okay? Because when relax.
Yeah, I contract work, so I have to have lights on the vehicle for some work.
They shouldn't be that color.
Yeah, they shouldn't be red and white, brothers.
No, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement,
Which agencies do you contract with?
it varies. It's DOJ.
Name, son. DOJ? So you have a contract?
I've worked.
Okay, so you have a government ID?
I have a contract. Yep.
Where's that?
The cop arrests him and tells him, I want to relax track work, so I need to have lights on the vehicle somewhere. They shouldn't be that color, brother. They shouldn't be red and white. With what agency do you work?
This you too?
Federal Bureau of Investigation?
The cop was only being pleasant when he revealed how he obtained the device since he was a contract special security agent. At that point, the seemingly friendly cop transformed into a cop determined to put the man in jail.
So I'm going to read you your rights too, okay?
Sure.
Because you're handcuffed, you know what I mean? So I feel more comfortable that way.
That's fine.
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used in the court of law.
Yeah.
You have the right to talk to an attorney, have him present with you prior to any question if you wish one.
Sure.
If you cannot afford one will be provided to you by the courts. Okay, have your rights in mind. You want to talk to me? Let me see this thing over here.
The officer replies, I'll also read you your rights. Okay, you're chained, you know what I mean, so I'm more comfortable that way, and the other rights are unaffected. You state that Canada will be utilized in court law if the appropriate decision is made to return him to prison with you prior to any questioning. If you can't afford one, the courts will supply one for you. Okay, I have your money rights. If you want to talk to me, let me know.
No guns, right?
Nah.
Inside the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, because, like I said, man, too, there's money in. Okay. Put that back in, so I'll put it in the bag, okay? So the reason that you're in cuffs, okay, is per NRS. Unless you're a sworn officer.
I know in Nevada everybody states.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red and blues.
Sure.
Right? Because then you
Sure.
could easily impersonate
I'm red.
a police officer.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's the reason I have you in cuffs.
Oh.
Okay?
All right.
You have this?
The officer checks him out, asking if he has a gun. Further, he reveals that according to NRS, you're not allowed to have red and blue lights, unless you're a sworn officer, because it allows you to easily resemble a police officer. Yeah, that's why I have you in cuffs, okay? You have this?
So who issued this to you?
My former employer.
Your former employer? So
Yeah.
you used to work for the FBI at one point?
I've contracted with the Department of Justice and the FBI and other
Here in
Reno.
Where's their office at or what?
Resident agency. It's off of it's next to Wells Fargo. It's right by the traffic circle there.
Okay. I was just throwing out because I'm not idea where they're at.
The officer further asked him what has issued this to him and where are they. The man further states that he works for Southwest Gas too, part-time, and has his own cybersecurity company. The cop takes his answer and adds, well, this right here is a guard card. Yeah, that's Nevada. That's Private Investigators Licensing Board. That's the issue. Yes, and I mean, you're permitted to obtain this because you're a private investigator or a private security guard.
Sure, be like, hey,
yeah.
go follow my wife or do whatever, right?
Yeah,
But you have to go through.
No. I'm also I'm a cybersecurity researcher. Also, I don't have to do all of that. To hire me as a PI, I don't even need that. You can hire me as a hacker.
So where did you get this?
That's what I've worked.
The cops then ask him if something irrelevant to see his answer, and they can catch him if he's lying. The cops then ask the man if he can follow his wife because he thinks she is cheating on him. The other's still suspicious and says he's going to call somebody if he's impersonating an FBI officer. The cop inspected every aspect of the man in his car for incriminating materials, including the guy's personal financial information, such as his crypto wallet details. This cop was so stupid he didn't identify those details, disclosing them to the entire world. Any good crypto hacker might have utilized those details to empty this agent's crypto wallet. The only thing the special agent did wrong was having a disguised car plate. Everything else was in violation of his constitutional rights as a U.S. citizen and special agent.
Hey, what the? Hey, no.
On February 12, 2023, Officer Kyle Howe of the Toledo Police Department detained and physically assaulted a couple without any apparent justification. Officer Howe spotted a speeding vehicle on the highway and pursued it with his emergency lights activated. After pulling over the driver, Mr. Romero, Officer Howe alleged that he was driving above the legal speed limit.
Good evening.
Good
What's the
evening.
hurry tonight?
Nothing. I just picked up my girlfriend from work.
Okay. Do you know how fast you were going?
75 maybe.
Okay. I do at 77. You got your driver's license, insurance?
I do.
Despite Mr. Romero's compliance in providing his identification, Officer Howe also requested the passenger's ID, although it was not legally required.
Okay. Does she have an ID?
She does.
Sorry.
She might
You
not.
use my.
This is my son.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I
You
just
don't.
picked her up from work.
Yeah.
Officer Howe asked Mr. Romero to step out of the vehicle, and he complied. Officer Howe noticed something fall out of the vehicle as Mr. Romero stepped out, and he proceeded to handcuff him, claiming it was drug paraphernalia. Officer Howe informed Mr. Romero that he was being detained, not arrested, and asked him about his marijuana use.
What's that, partner?
I'm not sure what happened.
Okay. I'm going to say you turn around and put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah. 45, 1 to 10. Alright. Is that comfortable for you or not?
The laws surrounding marijuana use in Ohio are complex, but possessing less than 100 grams is considered a minor misdemeanor. Officer Howell then requested Mr. Romero to undergo a field sobriety test, which he willingly agreed to. However, Officer Howell then arrested Mr. Romero for driving with a barred license, indicating that his license had been previously suspended. The situation escalated when Officer Howe aggressively grabbed Mr. Romero, slammed him onto the patrol vehicle's hood, and threw him to the ground despite no signs of resistance. And then another officer arrived and unlawfully arrested the passenger, Miss Jasmine. Dashcam footage captured Officer Howe's use of excessive force and false accusations against Mr. Romero. Despite Mr. Romero's retaliation against the unjust treatment, Officer Howe continued to assault him.
Stop! Pussy! Stop! Baby, please stop! Baby, please! Why are you following me like that?
Miss Jasmine's arrest was also unjustified as she had not engaged in any wrongdoing. Both Mr. Romero and Miss Jasmine were ultimately arrested, but it is important to note that their violations of the law did not excuse the mistreatment they endured.
Going away from me and trying to kick me into this.
Why did you hit me and slam me on the ground that many times?
Following an investigation into another incident involving Officer Howe, he resigned from the Toledo Police Department. The incident highlights concerns about the excessive use of force and the violation of individuals' rights during law enforcement encounters. In another incident, a driver who had committed no wrongdoing and violated no laws was pulled over by an officer who falsely claimed that the vehicle's tag was expired. The officer's true intentions became evident when he asked a question unrelated to the traffic stop, implying potential phone use while driving.
And another question, you just turned that on, right? Like, you didn't have that while you were driving?
No, I just turned it on. Yeah.
Despite the driver providing the necessary documents, the officer insisted that the expired tag was the driver's responsibility and proceeded to issue a ticket.
Because it seems like a while, if the validation tag expired in December.
The driver repeatedly explained that the vehicle was a rental and that the responsibility for the tag's validity rested with the rental company.
Well, you call Enterprise. That's not my car. I don't know why you pulled me over.
However, the officer remained ignorant and refused to acknowledge the driver's explanation. To confirm his innocence, the driver requested permission to inspect the license plate himself, which revealed that the officer's allegations were entirely false. In a revealing moment, the officer admitted to running the license plate before initiating the traffic stop, indicating possible racial profiling.
That's
It is,
Enterprise.
you're the driver.
No, that's not a problem. You call Enterprise.
You're the driver.
This admission exposed the officer's misconduct and further highlighted the unjust treatment faced by the driver. The incident exemplifies the officer's disregard for the truth and raises concerns about potential bias and abuse of power within law enforcement.
See, you tell me the plate is expired. Can I go see?
Hold on. Oh, that's my mistake.
No, that's your mistake.
That is my mistake.
Did you see because it's a black person?
No, stop it.
No, come on. That's not
I didn't even see who was driving the car. I looked at the plates then.
Moving on to the next incident, a family was peacefully enjoying their time at a park when two police officers approached them without any apparent reason.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
The man recording the encounter immediately exercised his rights and requested the officers to identify themselves, which they complied with by providing their names and badge number.
How's it going? Who are you guys? Can you identify yourself, please?
When asked why they approached the family, the officers claimed that the family was yelling and screaming, an allegation that holds no legal significance, especially considering they were in a public park.
Please.
2301.
And you, sir? Oh.
The family members calmly informed the officers that they were simply conversing and having a good time, emphasizing that their actions were not disrupting anyone else. However, the officers altered their allegations, now accusing the family of using profanity loudly, despite the fact that such behavior is not illegal.
I guess they're just yelling and screaming.
In response, the man recording the incident asserted his right to use profanity whenever he chose to do so. Recognizing that the officers had no valid reason for approaching them,
but we're just here enjoying ourselves right now.
the family members started to dismiss their presence. They indicated that they would pretend as if the officers were not even there.
So, my understanding, there's some cussing going on here.
I cuss,
There's
yeah.
a bunch of kids here,
Yep.
obviously. I don't think that's...
They're playing over in the playground. Yeah, of course I cuss. I cuss anytime I want to cuss. So if you don't like it, like, they don't like to hear what you want to say, then, I mean, you don't have to be here.
Just as it seemed the officers would finally leave the family alone, another police officer arrived on the scene, prolonging their presence. The family members, realizing the officers' persistence and unnecessary drama, firmly requested them to vacate their space and leave them in peace. Although the officers seemed dissatisfied with the lack of disturbance from the family, they eventually departed, realizing their attempts to provoke a reaction had been unsuccessful.
Oh no, I'm talking to my people right now. There's another one coming up right now.
In this terrifying incident, a young woman named Taylor Brown was subjected to harassment and assault by over 6 police officers without any apparent reason. On February 9, 2023, 18-year-old college student Taylor Brown was at the Normal Police Department in Illinois for an interview regarding a fire that occurred at her residence earlier that day. Despite waiting for the detective for around 40 minutes, Brown expressed her fatigue and requested to leave.
Okay, and we're going to seize your phone.
Why?
Because the fire's under investigation.
I need to know what my
So you can hand me the phone, or I can take the phone.
But I need to know what my phone's being. They're not telling me a reason why my phone.
I just did.
But you said it's under investigation, which I
So listen to me. The fire.
That's her phone.
So the fire is going to be under investigation, and your phone's going to be seized.
Is Shay?
Yes, everybody's phone's being seized.
The officers assured her that they would provide transportation back home. However, their promises quickly proved empty. 3 officers approached Brown, insisting on confiscating her personal mobile phone, claiming it was necessary for the ongoing investigation into the fire.
We're waiting for the detective, so the detective's going to seize your phone.
No one told me any of this.
Okay.
You told me that you were about to take me home.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. So you can hang up. You can hang up the phone, and I can take you home. Yep.
So. No, they're not taking my phone and letting me leave. I don't know what I'm finna. It's 3 a.m. I can't go without my phone. Well, if I do the interview,
you can go do the interview, but your phone's going to currently be seized.
Can I talk to him first? Can he come down here?
Nope, we're not going to do that. So you can hang up the phone, or I'm going to take the phone. That's how this is going to work.
Oh, absolutely.
So
she said, hang up the phone, and they're going to take the phone because at this point I'm being threatened.
However, under the Illinois Criminal Code, there was no legal basis for the seizure of her phone, as Brown had not committed any offense related to the investigation. The officer failed to provide a clear reason for the seizure, escalating the situation unnecessarily.
Under investigation.
Don't ever tell me not to talk to him. How can this come?
So the phone's going to be seized. So in a second, I'm going to take it.
I'm asking you. I'm
so
asking you a reason. I'm not being rebuttal. I'm asking you a reason.
So if you would like to talk to the detective, you can.
Why is my phone being seized?
If you would like to talk to the detective that is seizing it, you can. Do you wish to talk to him?
Yeah, but...
Do you want to give an interview?
Brown, aware of her rights, refused to hand over her phone and requested to speak with the detective. The officer denied her request and attempted to coerce her into compliance. However, they had no legal grounds to seize her phone without probable cause or a warrant, as protected by the 4th Amendment of the federal Constitution. Despite Brown's lawful refusal, the officers persisted, offering her the option to give an interview as if it were a condition to retain her phone. Brown asserted her right to have an attorney present and expressed her unwillingness to provide an interview.
No, I wanted to ask him why my phone's being seized, because she said she could take me home, but without my phone. That doesn't make sense. It sounds like...
So are you going to talk to the detective?
No, I need everyone to come and tell me why my phone's being seized, because no one told me this until right now.
At this point, 3 more officers arrived at the scene, bringing the total to 6, surrounding Brown, who had done nothing wrong.
Do not kick. Okay, push your legs out. Stop. Relax. Relax.
Mom, I'm not letting go. I promise.
Relax.
Mom, I'm not letting
Relax.
go.
We just want your phone. That's it.
We just want your phone.
They're trying to get me with no protection.
Taylor, no. No.
Stop kicking.
Stop kicking.
Mom, they're trying to get me.
Hey, Taylor, give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Taylor,
Yeah,
turn her to
this way toward me.
Mom.
Give me.
Roll.
Give me.
Roll.
Give me your hand, Taylor.
Which way we roll?
Give me your hand.
Ow.
I almost.
I'm gonna keep doing the pressure point until you let go. Let go.
Stop his hand.
Release your hand.
During the altercation, the officers forcibly attempted to take Brown's phone from her, leading to a physical struggle. One officer used pressure tactics near Brown's collarbone to gain compliance, despite her lack of criminal behavior.
I'm filing the case as soon as I get off this floor.
Let me move.
You all have no right. I came down here willingly because you're a black woman.
Get up.
Okay.
Hold on.
I want you to think about how you're doing another black woman.
Okay.
Where you go to
Relax. Relax.
You just put me in handcuffs and I came down here willingly.
Can you up here, double lock?
Hold on, let me
I
tighten them
came
up.
down here willingly. And y'all just okay with this, all of y'all. And you a black woman. You are a black African American woman.
Property. Oh, no, it's mine.
Where's the phone at?
You're black.
Look at it.
All right, we're going this way.
They're white. I expect it from them. You're black, dude.
Okay, you also kicked me in the head, so.
You also, I came down here willingly because I trusted you. And look at what you're doing.
Are you willing to provide a statement or no?
The use of force by the officers was excessive and unjustified, considering that Brown had not committed any offense. Eventually, Brown was placed in handcuffs, and the detective informed her that her phone was being seized.
Do you want to provide a statement?
My detective, I need to talk to her. I need an attorney present.
You can, okay.
I need a lawyer.
You can take her to jail.
All right.
Take me to
Where's her
jail?
property?
Whatever charges you guys have.
You have resisting and aggravated battery of a police officer.
Oh my God! Okay, I'll do the interview.
You still have the charges.
I didn't aggravate you. You assaulted me.
Okay, so relax.
You assaulted me. I'm 18 years old and you assaulted me. Of course I'm aggravated. I wasn't resisting arrest. You didn't say that I was under arrest.
You're being arrested. I asked you, so listen, I asked you to provide your phone and you refused, okay? When you
you didn't give me a reason.
So, nope. I said your phone was being seized.
You
said,
never gave me the reason.
Don't interrupt me. I said your phone was being seized.
I asked you the reason.
Gave you several times
I trusted you. That's why I came.
You did not hand me your phone.
Brown, steadfast in her rights, requested a lawyer, prompting the detective to order her arrest. The officers charged her with resisting arrest and aggravated battery of a police officer, despite lacking any valid grounds for such charges.
Scared, hello, you would do the same thing.
Cups still have to be double locked if they weren't double locked.
They weren't. Go ahead and double lock them.
Double lock them, I can't move. Are you guys serious right now? How are you gonna do this to me? I'm like, bro, I just got out of high school and you are scaring me.
Following her ordeal, Brown filed a civil lawsuit against the officers for violating her Fourth Amendment rights and causing physical and emotional harm. She seeks compensatory and punitive damages for the trauma she endured during the incident. Brown's mother expressed her concern, hoping that no other mother would have to go through a similar experience. The lawsuit is ongoing, highlighting the need to hold law enforcement accountable for their actions and protect the rights of individuals like Taylor Brown, who experience unjust treatment and unwarranted aggression from those sworn to protect and serve.